Hey Trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. So the MVP athletes, Team MVP, they're currently based in Europe. As typical of them, they're pre-championship camps that are held in Europe year after year. And in 2024, it remains the same where they're in Europe with their training camp. And of course, they are participating in meetings as well across Europe. Now, Kishane Thompson has shown up at the Lignano meeting, and track is a few MVP athletes are participating there as well. However, he's not there to run in the men's 100 meters and blaze the trail again to another sub 10 clocking. No, this time around, the big man, the man of the moment, the fastest man in the world, 9.77 seconds, is there to show a big heart and motivate other athletes that are participating in these Special Olympics. Yes, and I'm telling you, he did a fantastic job of it because the athletes recognizing that, hey, we are racing one of the fastest men to ever live, one, and two, the fastest man in 2024. We're racing him and the fastest man for a few years, actually, in the world, right? I'm going to go out there and give my best performance. And trackies, I'm telling you, they ran their hearts out, especially the athlete in lane one. He was killing it. And he left Kishane Thompson in absolute dust, but I'm here for it. It was definitely an enjoyable race, and it's good to see Kishane Thompson outside of his fast running on the track, see him in different facets of life, and see what he's actually like. And it just shows how much of a big heart he has to spend time with these Special Olympic athletes because track is he did not have to. This is crunch time for the MVP athletes. They're definitely focusing on getting ready for the Olympic Games. This is also very crucial for Kishane Thompson, given that this is his real year to show that, yes, I'm not only fast, but I can also contend for the number one spot in the world and get a medal, from these performances. So given the mindset that he currently is in right now, or the frame, the go, 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 this is crunch time, it is great seeing him, take some time out of his busy schedule and say, hey, let's give back. Let's go and hang out with some of these Special Olympic athletes and, toe the line with them and see what will happen. Now, clearly, we all know that Kishane is the fastest man in the world. I've been saying it, a bit in the video. So if you wanted to go guns blazing, then certainly it would be a cute race to see him really put his foot on the gas in this moment. But of course, he did not. Wisely so, he chose to just cruise and allow the other athletes to have the moment to shine. And we definitely appreciate seeing Kishane Thompson in this mode, trackies. I love seeing the soft side of a big bear, right? He's like a big teddy bear, and seeing the soft side of him is quite heartwarming. And personally, trackies, for me, this does a lot for his own personal branding as well. We talk a lot about athletes and putting their faces out there, letting the world get to know them. And this is one way to do that. Spend time with persons from different walks of life. And guess what? Get these persons to get comfortable with the new face, Kishane Thompson, and get these persons to keep Kishane Thompson on the tip of their tongues. And so far, I think he's doing an absolutely fantastic job at it, as a matter of fact. Again, so far, so done. I would say absolutely 10 out of 10 based on everything that I've seen from him. From his step out this season, he's definitely conducted himself perfectly. And I'm here for seeing him, of course, entertain and engage with persons across different facets of life. As I said, in this case, it was persons from the Special Olympics. And of course, I'm absolutely here for it. Coming out of 2024, my expectation, honestly, and this is not just because he's Jamaican, though you all will say, hey, I'm sprinkling a little Jamaican bias on it, but this is not just because he's Jamaican, but it will be interesting to see. Personally, my thought process is that Shane Thompson will be a face in track and field, not just, from the likes of, like a Shakira Richardson and Noah Lyles. I believe based on how he's handling himself, he's definitely going to be a major face in track and field, one of those faces that are visibly recognizable, not only locally here in Jamaica, but clearly across the globe, whether you're in the Americas or if you're in Europe, trackies. So far, he's doing things absolutely right. After all, he's a new face. I mean, for us, he's not really a new face. You know, we saw him last year really doing big things. And for a few persons that were really following him from high school days, then they knew him, you know, prior to 2023. But in 2024 is that year. And even when you go back and you look at when Usain Bolt, you know, burst onto the scene, Johan Blake burst onto the scene, they had moments like this where they took time out of their schedule to spend time with persons from different walks of life. And Kishane is literally following that same blueprint. Track is no need to fix what's not broken. So if you've seen the greats that came before you, you know, do these things and they've been highly successful and also marketable, because this is also a very big deal for me. Personal marketing, personal branding for these athletes. So if you're able to see some of the greats, some of your own countrymen that were able to do these things and they became major faces of track and field. I saw Johan Blake running recently, and his performance wasn't anything, you know, spectacular or anything to write home about. But just the appreciation from the kids, seeing the second fastest man alive being in their presence, and how he was met with that warm fervor from me tells you that Johan has literally solidified himself as a face of track and field, as a face in men's sprinting, as the second fastest man alive, not just based on the fact that he was running super fast on the track, but also he put himself out there. He marketed himself in the right way, and literally, I'd go as far as saying that Johan Blake has transcended the sport of track and field, actually, because me saying, you know, face of sprinting, face of track and field is not really doing as good service or doing a disservice to Johan Blake, considering that really and truly, when you take a look at his global impact, you know, on sport in general, he definitely has transcended, in my opinion, the sport of track and field. I remember earlier on in his career, he spent a lot of time around, you know, the cricketers as well. So that pretty much, you know, made his name go even more global, because the Indian market is a very big market as well. And that pushed him out there even more, you know, globally, or pushed him out there globally for the rest of the world to know. So yeah, absolutely. I believe that, you know, he has, and that is Johan Blake has indeed transcended the sport of track and field. I was just so happy and emotional watching him, you know, in that post race interview, when I thought to myself, I appreciate everything that you've done, regardless of whatever is happening now. I just felt a lot of appreciation, and I'm happy that the world also recognizes, you know, what he has meant to the sport of track and field. So for Kishane in 2024, following along the same blueprint that was already laid down before him, seeing that he has such a mindset, track is absolutely, I know for sure that Kishane Thompson is going to be an absolutely successful young man going forward in the future, and he's going to be top billing, you know, going into 2025 as far as I'm concerned. But of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So of course, as I said, Kishane was out there hanging with a few of the Special Olympic athletes, allowing them to defeat him handily, right? But trackies were here for it. It was an absolutely heartwarming race to watch. What are your thoughts when you watched the video? How did you feel as well seeing Kishane Thompson show another side of him? Let me know your thoughts. As usual, like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.